because Ojwang's death demonstrates what happens every day, except it does not come to the limelight. I would suggest that, Mr. Speaker, you consider constituting an ad hoc committee to look into what actually happened and also to look into what happens to other persons in similar circumstances.
Parliament erupted into a heated session this week as opposition MPs led by Rarieda Member of Parliament Otiende Amollo demanded the immediate resignation and prosecution of Deputy Inspector General of Police Lagat. The MPs accused Lagat of playing a key role in the arrest, torture and eventual death of Albert Ojwang, a man who was taken from his home in Homa Bay and later died in police custody under suspicious circumstances.
Of the National Police Service Commission, you cannot discipline yourself by saying you've stepped aside. What does that mean in law? Mr. Speaker, I want to suggest that this whole issue is a charade. If you look back to the questions that were asked, before you are arrested, you are supposed to be told why you are being arrested under Article 49. This was not...
Albert Ojwang was reportedly arrested from his rural home in Homa Bay and ferried to Nairobi by a group of officers acting on alleged instruction from DIG Lagat. The reason? He was suspected of defaming the high-ranking officer online. According to opposition leaders, what followed was not a lawful arrest but a case of abduction and extrajudicial punishment. Ojwang never made it to court. Days after his disappearance, he was found dead. His body showed signs of severe torture.
Issue of Ojwang demonstrates monumental impunity and disregard to the Constitution and the law, to an extent that, as seen together with what happened yesterday, it demonstrates total anarchy and a danger of sliding to be a banana republic if we are not already there. Mr. Speaker, first of all, I would suggest that to ask our colleague to bring better answers is to give him a task beyond him.
In a fiery address in Parliament, Otiende Amolo said that Lagat's recent move to step aside from office held no legal weight. He stated that under the National Police Service Act, only the President has the authority to suspend or remove a Deputy Inspector General. By stepping aside voluntarily without being formally suspended or investigated, Lagat was simply trying to escape accountability, Amolo argued. He further explained that the process leading to Ojwang's death violated multiple constitutional rights. Ojwang was never informed of the reason for his arrest, was not taken to the nearest police station, and no OB occurrence book entry was recorded. He was not presented before a court within 24 hours as required by the law. Amolo stated that these violations pointed to a deliberate and unlawful plan that resulted in Ojwang's death.
Cannot come and tell us that they have arrested people and they are prosecuting people for murder when the central suspect has not written a statement to date. How do you determine then who should be taken to court if you've not interviewed Lagat up to now? IPOA has failed us and we must call them to order. The other failure...
The speech triggered loud reactions from ODM MPs who banged tables and chanted slogans demanding justice. Other opposition leaders, including Millie Odhiambo, stood in support of Amolo. They said Lagat should not just step aside, he should be in custody and facing charges.
Before you are arrested, you are supposed to be told why you are being arrested under Article 49. This was not an arrest, this was an abduction. And to use the word arrest, as has been used by chairman, is wrong. And if it was an arrest, you are supposed to be taken to the nearest police station. Why would you be taken 600 kilometers? And when you are taken to the station, then the OB is not recorded.
The matter has become politically sensitive because DIG Lagat is considered a close ally to President William Ruto. His continued protection by the state has drawn criticism from the opposition leaders who feel the president is unwilling to act because of political ties. So far, the Independent Policing Oversight Authority IPOA has only taken a few junior officers to court, while Lagat is yet to record a statement. ODM MPs have also warned that they may pull out of their handshake agreement with President William Ruto, citing lack of accountability and growing cases of police brutality. They say the government has failed to protect the rights of its citizens and instead continues to shelter senior officers who abuse their power. The handshake, once seen as a symbol of unity and cooperation, is now on shaky grounds. The situation inside Parliament was tense throughout the debate. Kenya Kwanza MPs attempted to defend the government but were overpowered by the vocal opposition. Speaker Moses Wetangula had to intervene multiple times as the shouting intensified. At one point, opposition MPs threatened to walk out of the session entirely.
Mr. Speaker, I think we owe it to this country, given what happened to Ojwang, given what happened to those who are demonstrating at what happened to Ojwang, to the extent that the same police are now escorting goons, we are in danger of sliding to a total banana republic. And if the executive cannot bring us back on course, it behoves this House to do so. Mr. Speaker, I suggest we establish an ad hoc committee. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Now, all eyes are on President William Ruto. Political observers believe he is in a difficult position. Either he sacrifices a key ally to maintain public trust or continues to defend Lagat and risks losing support. The opposition is not backing down and the pressure from the public is growing.
POA is confident that by early next week, the investigation file with a recommendation to charge various suspects will be ready. The authority appeals for calm and assures Kenyans that in the quest for justice in this matter, there will be no sacred cows. Anyone found culpable will be prosecuted.
The case has become more than just a tragic death. It has exposed deeper problems in the police service and raised serious questions about how far impunity can go in Kenya. ODM says justice for Albert Ojwang must be done quickly and without favor.
You cannot do that. IPOA cannot come and tell us that they have arrested people and they are prosecuting people for murder when the central suspect has not written a statement to date. How do you determine then who should be taken to court if you've not interviewed Eliud Lagat up to now? IPOA has failed us and we must call them to order.